Yeah, that just feels better. Oh. Ooh, what's going on, everybody? Okay, let's start with the soft sit. Let's just go there.
Serve an ID or anything.
There's me baptizing.
Hang on.
That's not an ID.
On March 7, 2025, an officer pulled over a vehicle suspected of having a counterfeit license plate.
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
How can I help you?
I'm Deputy Gunn with the Sheriff's Office. I'm interested in your license plate. What's going on with that?
Oh, okay. It's part of the DOT.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm doing is I'm a pastor.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. You guys are in my Discord. I pretty much told you I was going to do this like an hour ago. But then what happened was my dog pooped on the carpet and then stepped in it and then walked it all over the place. So I've been working on that.
Okay.
In the ministry. And so we're doing the whole, we're separating as far as off of the actual corporation in the United States, and so we're kind of separating that way. So it's out of the jurisdiction, but we just travel in peace.
Okay, I'm not familiar. I haven't heard of that before.
Well, a lot haven't, because they don't really train up on it, because you guys just serve the public and as a corporation. But yeah, we're just traveling in peace. So we're not an actual commercial motor vehicle. It's a private entity.
Okay.
So that's why it's the right to travel. It's not the whole big citizen thing like that. We're actually non-citizens because we're actually a foreign entity. And so that's why what we register with the DOT. So we just let them know, okay, we're just traveling in a private vehicle. It's actually not a motor vehicle, but actual private auto.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license on you?
I don't, because we're turning that in, and because we're separating from that corporate tie. So it's not part of that whole theft protection thing that the motor vehicle department stands for. And we're not traveling in commercial.
Okay. Do you have any sort of identification on you?
I don't have my passport. I do have a license that I haven't turned in yet.
Okay.
But I'm not obligated to give them.
Have you guys noticed we're kind of like in the zipper cam? Are we tucked in this guy's coat?
That identification, but I work peacefully, so I'm not.
Did he
I'm
just
not
zoom
rebellion.
in?
I know this is new to you. I'm trying to get to work. I'm obeying all the things and stuff like that, but I have to get to work.
Okay.
I'd love to chat with you and get together and inform you some more, so you know more about it.
My point and concern is that I can't prove what you're saying. So first of all, like I said, I'm not familiar with what you're referring to.
Sure.
So in order for me to confirm what you're saying, I'd like to have some sort of identity from you.
Maybe a supervisor would understand about it as far as that, because it is under UCC code and such.
Okay.
Hey, officer.
So yeah, I'll just step in close. I can barely hear you with the window just partially open, and in traffic, I can barely hear what's going on.
He's been cooperative so far. We got no issues, but he's not going to identify himself. So
okay.
I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I can verbally say I'm George.
Okay, so there's probably about 1 million Georges, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to know exactly who you are. Just saying your name George doesn't identify who you are. We have to be able to positively identify you as your specific identity. Because going by George, like I said, there's 1 million of Georges, okay? We just need a way to positively.
They are exhausting. They're so freaking exhausting. We never see anything new. It's always irritating, and yet I still can't get enough of it.
ID you as your individual self, okay? Do you have anything with your full name or any kind of documentation?
Oh, speaking of which, will somebody drop the permanent Discord link at the bottom of the general chat so I can fix the main page on the YouTube? I'm sorry, I keep messing that up.
But I don't want to step in under the jurisdiction of the corporation. I was explaining to him.
Okay.
Because I'm just acting as a free human. I'm traveling, going to work, doing that.
So we understand that. So you're in the state of Florida, correct? Right now, we're in the state of Florida, inside the continental U.S. Okay, you agree with that? So in the state of Florida, the continental U.S. to operate.
That's in the running for comment of the day so far.
Operate a motor vehicle on public roadway. You have to have a valid driver's license. During a traffic stop, you have to identify yourself to law enforcement. Okay.
Yeah, and my only statement is that I'm not actually operating a motor vehicle.
So
I'm driving a private auto.
it is a motor vehicle. It is a vehicle with 4 wheels and a motor, and it is propelled on the roadway by not your feet.
Well,
it is a motorized vehicle, okay?
But by definition, in the UCC codes, even it's a private automobile.
It's not, okay? You're going by stuff that is written 100 years ago and has changed and updated since the time what you're trying to quote us by, okay?
No, it really isn't.
Okay.
It's a UCC code. That's what they're going.
So is car coming back? Who's car coming back?
No, the tag's not legit. It's
it's
a paper tag that's for hire, not for
No,
hire.
it's not for hire. It's a private automobile, and it's registered with the DOT.
Yeah.
It's registered with the DOT.
Okay. Well, he's going to run the bin. We're going to try and figure out what's going on.
Explain it to you. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I've never seen that tag before, and you're not identifying yourself so that I can prove.
Hey, let's just print it on a piece of paper.
What's that? What? I'm sorry.
If I give you my name, what's that going to prove to you?
That you have a valid driver's license, first of all, and that you're operating under this US code that you're referring to.
Yeah, the US code.
So I understand that I understand what you're saying, but I'm not familiar with it, and you saying that essentially that's my job. I get that, but I don't know the code. So if you could provide that so that I can prove that, because right now the public operates under. You have to have a valid license.
Perhaps the supervisor may know the UCC code. That's the numbers offhand. But I'm just trying to confuse.
Okay, like I said, that's why I just asked if you had an ID so we can actually figure out who you are. If you can ID yourself to us, then no. If
am I being detained?
you are currently detained on a traffic stop, ID yourself. You can get out of here a lot quicker. The longer you prolong this, the longer you're going to sit here, the longer you're going to be late for work. Okay.
Well,
so that's all we need is we need to be able to identify who you are. Okay. Do you have a picture of an ID or anything?
There's me baptizing my wife.
Okay, that's not an ID.
What did he just say?
Be able to identify who you are, okay? Do you have a picture of an ID or anything?
There's me baptizing my wife.
Okay, that's
me baptizing my wife. Okay.
That's not an ID. You be rapping him?
No, I got him.
You got him?
It's George. He just the registration's expired on this. He has a valid driver's license, but he's refusing to identify himself.
Yeah, because when it expired, I've learned about the private automobile.
Why didn't we take it for expired license registration and be good?
I'm doing the whole trust thing, and so we're just trying to transfer it into that and be peaceful. I mean, I stop and pray for you. I probably prayed for you somewhere down the line. You know, I pray for protection for everybody. We help people. I go, I know it's different because you're traffic, but I'm not committing any crime against my phone.
You are. You're creating.
And just as a heads up, it takes forever for this to, happen. But there's some things in the forever part that I want to highlight.
A motor violation. It is a motor violation. A crime. We have crimes. I can arrest people for criminal citations as far as traffic violations. There are criminal citations, okay?
I have not committed a crime against my fellow man.
Okay, we're not saying you committed a crime against your fellow man, okay? A crime against a fellow man is going to be theft, rape, murder, stuff like that.
Shit.
We are traffic enforcement, so we enforce traffic laws.
Right. And
you are violating a current traffic law.
If you ask your supervisor...
You are violating a current traffic law.
If you ask...
Okay, that's fine.
So Giovanni Richard gave him a warning in September for expired tag. His tag expired in May.
So it's time for a ticket today.
So...
Look, I got a tassel. Yep, I got a tassel.
And so if you want to give a ticket, then you can give a ticket.
He said he's no crime against his fellow man. I was like, well, no, this is a crime against traffic violations. Because you're violating.
It's traffic violation, but that's if I'm operating a motor vehicle commercial.
Let's have a discussion, because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
You hold a valid driver's license.
Yes, and I'm turning that in right now with the plate.
Yes.
So that's what I'm in the process of doing, is to severing that and to do that.
Okay, but all this charade of...
Well, it's not really, because what I'm doing is, as a human being, I'm deciding, okay, I'm just going to operate privately. I'm not going to hurt anybody. I know those are stunt license.
You're fine.
So,
But here's the thing.
um,
If I give you a ticket, first of all, you're still refusing to identify yourself. I found your identity, even though that's not
you could, 'cause it's-
right. But I'm saying you're by law
You know, this view goes really well with my next video.
required to identify yourself. You could be arrested for that. Let me just go through what's going on here, okay?
I mean, I've got it. I told you I've got it with me.
Then why wouldn't you provide
That's
it?
why I'm concerned.
No, I was just because I wanted to explain it to him as the whole freedom thing. Because what happens is,
Okay, so you're saying
freedom
I'm gonna
thing.
pause you for a second.
Well, I was
You're
gonna
saying you said you're trying to operate freely, this, that, blah, blah. Why are you carrying a valid driver's license?
because I haven't finished the whole process yet. I'm learning about it and I'm transferring it. It's like you do.
Okay. So you're new to the whole system, so you really don't have 100% idea what you're trying to
Yeah,
explain.
no, actually, I've been studying for a while
Okay,
now.
so you're carrying a valid driver's license, so that means that you have agreed at some point in your life that you're going to follow Florida law.
Unknowingly, because I didn't
Okay,
realize.
well, so yeah,
commercial
so
action.
that's where we're at.
You're
But I'm not- but I'm-
years old though.
But
Yeah.
I'm not acting commercially right now. I'm
Well,
not
nobody
driving
said you're acting
commercially.
commercially.
But that's what, if you look at it, your whole traffic code, it's all commercial.
No, it's not.
It's the uniform commercial
Okay,
code.
it's not.
The-
Okay.
The United
You have
States
insurance for the vehicle?
I'm sorry.
You have insurance for the vehicle?
Yeah, it's super progressive.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I could call them and get a thing again because again,
You don't carry that with
I
you?
was sending that all in. No.
You
So
don't carry-
here's my concern here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we still have not resolved the situation where you were warned last September for your expired tag. It's still expired. You've now put
Well,
a
and that's-
fraudulent paper license plate on.
Well, no, it really isn't. That's
It
what
is
I'm saying.
fraudulent.
I'm s-
It doesn't populate into any database. That means it is fraudulent.
No, it just means it's not registered commercial.
No, it means it is fraudulent. And if it does not populate to your motor vehicle or a motor vehicle, it is a fraudulent plate.
I wish this officer could. And he says something that's going to bother me in a little bit.
Which is a
No.
felony in the state of Florida.
No, I'm merely showing that it's been registered with a DO.
It has not been. It has not been. Our system is connected straight to them,
You
okay?
have a different license plate attached
Well,
to this vehicle.
the federal, I'm sorry, the FMST.
Okay, yeah. So now you keep changing because earlier you're saying FDOT. FDOT is Florida Department. We're connected straight to the system.
Who's the supervisor to call in this?
Alacron.
I'm just traveling and I'm trying to.
Because my concern is he's already been stopped for this once.
Well,
And now he's put in front.
And since
You can hit him for the felony
and
and be done with it.
That's why I'm actually started the process because since then I'm like, okay, I shouldn't re-register it. I need to go through this process. So that's what it is. I'm in the process of.
He was
learning
over on
about-
41. You want to see if he can kick over here?
Yeah, because I don't think that. So I don't think a ticket is going to resolve this matter. You know what I mean? Like his tag's still expired.
It's not a rebellious. I'm not rebellious.
Did the cop drive up in a Challenger?
Spirit, like I said.
What happens if you? Let's give this example. While he's making a phone call, what happens if you hit somebody out here in the roadway? What's the process then?
Well, I still purchased some insurance to help offset that, but then we actually have a bond. Everybody has a bond.
Hey,
tied to
Rusty
their Social
Shackelford.
Security. And so you can actually access that and set up a bond to then take care of anything. So anything that I'm liable for, if I've committed any damage to anybody, then I become liable for it and take care of it. And so I either do it through my own personal or do it through the bond that's attached.
Kilo Sergeant's on his way. We're still 10-4, thank you.
Do you have anything that I can Google or any paperwork for me that I can look at?
Hey, you know the best thing? He just taped this to the valid license plate for the Florida.
That's what I was asking him. When did this charade just randomly?
When he got his last citation.
He didn't get a ticket actually, so that's the concern.
It's
Is
just the warning.
Give it
Yeah, it was warning, and that's when I started to research more about it because I'd heard stuff about it. And actually, I researched it before.
okay. That's what I'm asking for. Let's see what you can provide for us.
Let's see. No.
Apparently, he's not as nice as the last officer because the last officer gave him a warning.
Because the problem is we're not going to come to a resolution if we give him a ticket and he drives off. He still can't drive off because he doesn't have a valid registration for the vehicle.
But it's no, because then you're detaining, and then you're kidnapped.
No, it's not kidnapping.
Because I'm a private individual, and I'm not falling under the jurisdiction.
I'm asking you to provide that. So right now, I'm just having a conversation with him while you look for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because as far as we're concerned, the law is that you cannot, number one, have a tinted license plate cover over your license plate. And then two, once I get you stopped and I can verify the license plate, I can't verify it. So you have 2 violations for the traffic stop, okay?
So I'm going to be very kind of sarcastic. So you live in Kings Point, which is a gated neighborhood, correct?
I actually don't live in Kings Point.
Okay, why do you have Kings Point?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
I
we
do,
are.
because I do stuff. I go and help people all the time, help elderly.
Okay, so then I need to go to Kings Point
They're both driving Challengers.
and let them know that you're not welcome in there because you have to be able to ID yourself when you go into Kings Point. Do you provide ID to the security guards at Kings Point?
No, because somebody always calls me in and they say,
Okay, but you still have to ID yourself when you enter these
"Can I
gated
do it?" I
neighborhoods.
say, "Yes, I'm Pastor George." Anybody can travel. It's honestly, again, it's a free, like you as your flesh and blood, you should be able to travel and walk and ride anywhere you want privately.
Okay.
You shouldn't be inhibited. If you're inhibited, then you're a slave.
Okay.
And you're not free to do those
So
things.
what point in your life did you decide to convert to this belief?
Well, it's not converting to a belief. It's just I've learned about it. I've been since 2001. I've been, saved and born again. So I actually serve God. I serve people. I serve the elderly. I pray for folks.
Okay.
I do no
Okay,
harm to my
being
fellow.
saved and praying and all that stuff, that is a religious belief. That is not a
Right.
a
And
freedom
so
on the
I've
roadways.
extended that so that I've learned about the actual UCC codes
Okay.
enough to see that, wait a second, we are privately and we can operate privately ourselves. We can walk and do those
You
things.
can walk wherever you want. A motor vehicle is a right and privilege. It is not your freedom.
If you do, well, it actually is. If you're
It's not.
under the corporation.
No, so the motor vehicle traveling on public roadways is not a freedom. It is a right. It is something that is allowed and provided to you
If
as long as you follow the laws and the guidelines that are provided.
What you just said is actually perfect. You're absolutely right. It is a right once you're a part of the corporation.
It is a right. So it is a right. So if you follow the rules and guidelines that give you the right to operate your motor vehicle, then yeah, you can operate a motor vehicle on a roadway. Part of that is involved in the state of Florida specifically is 1, you have to have a valid driver's license. 2, you have to have registration for a vehicle. And 3, you have to have insurance for that vehicle. So far, you do not have registration for this vehicle. You have not provided insurance for the vehicle. And you will not provide your ID. You made us take the long way around to figure out who you actually are. Okay? So
I told you honestly who I was.
you told us your name was George, and I told you there's probably 1 million Georges in the state of Florida. That does not ID you. That is not your physical,
like I said,
personal ID.
Everything you just said is absolutely true if you're under the corporation of the United States.
Do you live in the United States?
What I'm choosing.
Are you residing in the United States?
No, I'm not residing there.
Okay. Are you traveling in the United
I
States?
reside here in the spirit.
Okay. Are you traveling in the United States?
I'm not traveling. By
You just told us
definition,
you were traveling.
Not of the UCC code.
You just told us you were traveling.
I'm actually.
Can you decide if you're traveling or not
I'm
traveling?
not commercially traveling.
You are traveling. Traveling.
I'm moving my body.
Okay. Are you walking on 2 feet or are you driving a motor
Doesn't
vehicle?
matter. I'm moving.
You're
from one
operating
place
a
to
motor
another.
vehicle, correct?
No.
Okay,
that is
yes.
Not correct. I'm
This
not operating
is a motor vehicle.
By definition, go to UCC code.
Okay, well, we're not UCC. This is Florida. We
Hey,
follow
Florida.
Florida code, okay?
Well, Florida
State-
is under the.
Hey, Darth J, I think I might have the chat settings on a little too tight, so that I don't think anybody did that. I think I need to fix that.
No,
under
states.
commercial code.
So, okay, you have your levels of government if you want to go all through your governments. You have your federal government. You have your state and local governments. State and local governments are what you have to follow. State and local can trump over top of your federal
If you're
governments.
part of
Okay.
that corporation.
Okay, so you just said you agreed with it. Now you don't agree with it.
No, I agree that that's true if you're stepping into that corporation.
Okay, you're in the state of
already-
Florida. So
I'm
the
not
state of
already in-
Florida requires you to have that stuff, and you don't want to provide that stuff.
As a person identified as a commercial unit of the corporation, but I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm now trying to say, okay, I'm functioning as a flesh and blood
So
human.
I'm just going to give you a tidbit of information. Okay, you can take it however you want. So that piece of paper that you have that has a private property number on there, that is what we call it. The state of Florida considers that a fraudulent tag or counterfeit tag, which is a felony in the state of Florida and is an arrestable offense. Okay, because it is not proper registration. It is a falsified document to say you have the for registration for a vehicle. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying I.
And then having multiple copies of it is the felony alone. Okay. So in the state of Florida, having a piece of paper with random numbers printed on it that do not register back to a vehicle is classified as a felony. Okay.
He's at 19th in the interstate.
So his body is traveling.
I called Hess just to let him know. He said 10:15.
Yeah.
I figured we just wait for the sergeant. Because like I said, my concern is if you give him a ticket, he's just going to drive from here.
He's going to drive from here. He's not going to pay the ticket. Then he's going to get stopped again.
Did he show you proof of insurance?
He won't show me nothing. He still can't find his UCC code.
The stuff.
He was going to provide that?
Yeah, the stuff.
He doesn't have it.
The stuff that I googled is literally for commercial.
It's for
Commercials, businesses.
Right, and then if you look up the definition of commercial,
This is not a commercial vehicle. This is a personal vehicle. It is owned underneath you and you alone. It is not underneath a
Yeah, that's probably my bad. You didn't get modded. I think that was just my bad.
corporation or a company.
well, actually,
Yeah,
actually, when you do the registration,
This-
you're handing that ownership.
it's a passenger vehicle. Literally, this car is classified as a passenger vehicle. It is not a commercial vehicle, okay? All right, George, will you do us a favor? Will you step out and have a chit-chat?
Can't I discuss right here?
No, we're going to get out of the car, okay, George?
Vehicle?
Okay, come on.
No, you're not supposed to detain me. This is
Come on, George. Don't make it,
Step out.
you don't have to make it harder than it is. Let's just come on out, okay? Come on. Okay, George, out of the car.
Stop reaching for things, okay?
Phone's going right here on the roof. Phone is going on the roof. Okay, do me a favor. Face the vehicle.
Face the vehicle.
For what?
Face the
Face the
vehicle.
vehicle.
I'm cool.
Hands behind your back.
Wait a minute. Why?
No, hands behind your back.
This is detainment.
It absolutely is detainment, okay? We'll explain everything here in just a minute. Once we get you cuffed and get you searched, we'll explain everything for you, okay?
So I caught this video when it published, the one that Van did, but it's taking me a while to edit. So I'll get a similar version out, but I don't know. Maybe I'll end up playing Van's just because he's got a sexy voice.
I've prayed with you before. I'm just a pastor trying to learn the new UCC codes.
Okay. Do you have any weapons on you?
No.
Any drugs?
No.
Okay. I'll check your site. It looks like you're all good to go. No weapons.
No.
So we've already explained the reason for the stop. Okay.
So sorry, I got a little distracted with the auto mod thing. The part where the cop asked the guy about the UCC so he can Google it drove me insane when I watched this the first time.
You want to explain that again? Now you're being detained for refusing to identify yourself. Okay, that's a
I
misdemeanor.
just showed him right there.
Okay. Well, we asked you several times. You did not give it to him.
I showed the IDs right there. I
I
showed
also
them.
asked you for registration and insurance. Now you've committed a felony, like my partner explained to you, by putting a fake license plate on your vehicle.
It's not fake.
It is. Yes. And I asked you to provide me some sort of information that says that you abide by this code, which
I don't know.
you did not do that. When I Google it and look up some information,
UCC codes.
yes, that
And the definition of motor
applies
vehicle?
to commercial
Yeah,
vehicles
this is
and
commercial.
businesses.
So the funny thing is, he's actually not incorrect, but where he's met, where for some reason all the soft sets seem to skip the private vehicle codes. So yes, it does say that in the UCC codes, but there's a whole different section for private vehicles.
This is a passenger vehicle; it's not a commercial vehicle. Okay, the passenger
Right.
vehicle
This is a
not
private
passenger
vehicle.
vehicles,
When I
which
did
you're
the
operating on a public roadway. Okay, does that make sense?
But everybody is free to travel
Okay.
as a human being, you know?
Yeah, I just hollered. I think
Okay.
kilo 41 or something coming. Okay.
So if you want to relax, you can lean up against
You
the
can
car.
turn around and lean against your car, okay?
We've already explained this to you multiple times. Okay, so the decisions I made. You're going to be going to jail for refusing to identify yourself. I did identify you through your. Let me explain. But listen, you did not identify yourself at first. Okay, you've also been warned for your registration that's been expired. So if I give you a ticket today, I know that you're not going to get your registration fixed because you're already telling us that you don't operate under that law, if you will, because you don't believe that you need to operate under that.
It's private. I'm trying to go through that process. That's all. I mean,
Whatever
I can
process
put the paperwork together. I said, give me the ticket.
It's
and
not
I'll
a valid
put it together
process.
and take it to the judge.
It
I'll
is not
do
a
that.
valid process that is recognized in the state of Florida underneath transportation, okay?
That's
Well,
because
that wasn't what I
it's
said.
private.
Yeah, as I explained to you though, your piece of paper that is on your vehicle, it is a fraudulent or fake tag. In the state of Florida, it is a felony, okay? It is a felony to produce a piece of paper to falsely identify a car. That number is, when we run the numbers on your vehicle right now, it is not populating in any system, okay? That means that it is not an accurate number.
Federal Motor Safety, it doesn't pop in there.
No,
It's the trust.
because it's not a valid system, okay? It's not, okay?
But who have I harmed?
As I explained to you, you're not. Stay over
That's
this
what I
way.
know. I want
As I
the phone
explained to you,
record this.
there's cameras recording you all the way around.
Well, but who's my
As I
damage
explained to
part?
you, you keep saying there's not a crime against against.
If there's ever a sovereign citizen that actually is able to access the trust, I'm going to become sovereign.
The person.
As a private individual.
I told you, you're not committing a crime against an individual. You're violating traffic violations, okay? Traffic violations, because you're driving operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway in the state of Florida. My job and that gentleman's job's over there. Our main job is traffic enforcement. We follow the rules set by Florida. We enforce the rules set by Florida, okay?
They don't fall under the Uniform Commercial Code.
I'm not going to answer because he's saying everything right. If he says something wrong, I'll answer. So far, he's doing everything perfect.
No, and I know that's true. I'm just asking. You know why we have to.
Uniform Commercial Code.
He knows his stuff, so I'm not going to answer for him. He's doing a good job.
It's commercial equipment, okay?
Right.
You're classifying it, but you told me this is your personal car for you to transport yourself, okay?
I'm just
so it is a
privately.
is a privately owned vehicle for transportation.
When you do the
It's
registration,
classified as a passenger vehicle or passenger car, correct? Is it?
sorry.
Isn't it?
Say it again?
It's a passenger vehicle or passenger car is what we're going to classify it as.
It's a private automobile.
Okay, it's an
It's not a
automobile.
motor vehicle.
Okay, so now we got back to that.
They do define it differently, like in the code,
Okay.
even in the Florida code, because they use the federal commercial code.
Okay, so the UCC, like I said, you keep referring back to the UCC. You're not. He's tried looking it up. You told us you're going to provide documentation. You never provided any documentation.
I thought I said I think I
Okay.
might have a copy of it in here.
And like I told you, if you're going to follow this belief, if you're going to try to express your belief on that, it's probably best that you have your documentation to back it.
And I need to.
All you have is a dozen copies of a fraudulent tag, is what you're wanting to call it. Okay, that's all you have. Is a dozen copies of the same
It's
thing.
identification. I thought
It's
that
not
identified
identification.
with the Federal Motor Safety,
No,
which oversees all of it. I thought. That's right. I think it does.
it does not. You're in the state of Florida,
I
within
don't.
the United
That
States.
doesn't fall under the federal.
Okay, now it's a little much. Just put him in the car, drive him away, call it good.
You're in the state of Florida.
I'm trying to figure this thing out and just say, okay, I'm not hurting anybody. I don't want to be enslaved to every system. That's all.
Okay, George, somebody's going to pull up and you're going to be going in their car. Is there anything you would like to take with you? Phones, wallet, anything like that?
I need.
You can only take very minimal things. We're going to take phones, wallets, ID, something like that. Anything you take with you has to have your personal name on it.
Why am I being taken away?
We've already told you that. We've already explained this to you, okay?
No, I mean, what's the next step? What's the solution?
You're going to go to
Why?
jail is where
For
you're
what?
going, okay? He explained that to you already.
Because you didn't actually take my license?
No, not because you
My
didn't take your license.
identification?
What are you doing here?
No, I need my stuff.
Okay, come on.
We'll get your stuff.
George, we'll get your stuff.
It's okay.
Did I close the window and stuff?
We'll take care of everything. We'll take care of everything. We'll take care of everything.
It's my phone.
We'll take care of everything. We'll get what you need to
The
get.
red bag.
Yep, we'll get what you need to get. I'm not driving anymore.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what's the
Okay,
next step.
that's why I'm asking you a question. You're going to be going to jail, okay? What would you like to take with you? You're very minimal. So usually phones, wallets, stuff like that. That's the next is you're going to go to jail. You're going to go through the booking process, and then you're going to decide what you're going to do from there. Whether you're going to go take this to court and
I don't know how
fight
to
it,
open this.
or-
This is recording.
Yes. What's going to happen?
No, please explain that to me some more.
Turn it off.
Yeah, I would run it.
I don't know how to.
Can I? No.
So we turn phones off. That way they're still powered. So when
I
you
was
get to
trying to
jail,
get
they'll
the case
eventually
off.
at one point they're going to give you access to your phone, so you can get 3 phone numbers out of it. Okay. Do me a favor. Step close to our vehicle. Is there anything on you that might poke, stab, or cut her?
Is there a way I can get this
Yeah,
necklace off?
it should.
You have to take my necklace.
Because you can't wear that into the jail.
Yeah, you'll get it back.
Does anybody have an Android?
Oh yeah.
We can deal with it later.
Okay. Don't hand me an iPhone. I don't know what to do with those. Keep on going with you. You're taking everything out of your pocket. Yeah, we have to take everything off, okay?
I don't want to take my wedding ring off.
You can't wear anything into the jail, okay? Everything has to be put in your personal property there.
So what?
Here.
What time frame? What do we do?
Hey, do me a favor. Have it climb on in there. And then when you get in, I need your feet facing out, okay? She has to take your shoes off and search inside your feet. Just make sure you don't have any kind of contraband, okay?
It's something comfortable as the front seat.
Nope, you're on a hard piece of plastic back here, unfortunately.
No, I know.
Your car is getting towed, so if there's anything of value, we need to know what's in there. That way,
Get told. I have somebody come get.
No, you didn't miss the token. It was in the chat. I actually think he said taken.
the only person that can pick the vehicle up on the side of the road is the registered owner. Ironically, you're the registered owner and you're going to jail. You can't pick up your own vehicle when you're going to jail. Okay?
I'm not.
So how?
So your car's getting towed
Oh,
and you're going to jail.
why are you guys doing all this?
Well, unfortunately, you brought a lot of this upon yourself, okay?
He was asking questions.
He just went through it.
talking.
Okay.
He and I were talking, and then you came, and all of a sudden you just like going full throttle.
Okay,
Like,
all right. Go ahead and turn. Place both your feet in, okay? Turn all the way in. All right.
You know,
Watch your leg, okay?
unfortunate.
Thank you, George.
Recording, but how do you power it down?
He deserves the tinfoil fez. Hey, Lynn, 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Everybody's going to be green. There is a huge lag between StreamYard and YouTube, so I think yes, please. So there was some gifted memberships last night, and they all got distributed way late. So I don't think there's actually an issue with it. But I'm gonna keep an eye out. I had to file something with YouTube the other day, and then they sent it out. So I should have 211 total members, and I'll make sure that that number is correct at the end, if not more. But I think it's fine. I think they're just going out slow. But thank you so much, Lynn. Everybody's going to be green on Grammar School. Keep an eye out. I think one day they all kind of came in late. I think we need, I know. Rusty, we'll get you there. I'll keep an eye on it. Let me hit a button real quick. Make sure there's nothing I need to do on my end. No.